Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. November is finally here, and it's Christmas time, baby. Take all the fucking Halloween stuff and the fall stuff and move it aside. Christmas is here. And I always like to get into the seasons, you know? I like to get into the season of Christmas, and I like to watch Harry Potter. But since J.K. Rowling thinks trans people are frogs, I figured maybe I shouldn't support Harry Potter anymore, and I should find a new kind of wizard adventure. And by God, I think I found it in The Mystical Adventures of Billy Owens.
You will not succeed, Victor. Your soul was lost in the river!
The Mystical Adventures of Billy Owens is a copycat of Harry Potter through and through, except it's really, really cheap, and they're all Canadian.
Sorry, jeez, I'm sorry.
I mean, you know, do what you will with that. Oh, and you know, there's a list of, I guess, scrutinies or sins that we'll list off here. Bad acting.
Your girlfriend's calling you. Billy, now! Whatever.
Poor CGI.
The creature!
The pacing of the movie's terrible. But god damn it, I'm willing to give it a try. So, come with me on this adventure of watching The Mystical Adventures of Billy Owens. The movie starts off with Roddy Piper, which if you don't know Roddy Piper, I feel like the majority of viewers are going to know Roddy Piper from being the maniac in It's Always Sunny. He's in like 3 or 4 episodes. He's dead now. But for me, Roddy Piper was in They Live, and it has one of the greatest fight scenes of all time. It's like 14 uninterrupted minutes. There's a great part in the fight scene where Roddy's, you know, punching Keith David, and they both kind of take a break, and you think it's done, but then it just starts immediately right back up, and it's hysterical. So, you know, I'm a big Roddy Piper fan. So when I saw that he was playing basically a chain-smoking pedophile in a Harry Potter movie, I was very excited. And it starts off on a mystical river. Roddy Piper, I'm just going to call him Dumbledore. Might as well. I can't remember his name. Him and a other kind of pedophile-looking man are looking at an oil rag that's supposed to be a map.
My map. And I won't turn back!
You must turn back!
I won't turn back!
But we get just a really fun PS2 dragon that kind of comes out of the water. Roddy Piper is screaming, Victor! Victor the creature! Victor!
Victor, the creature! Victor, the creature! Victor! No!
Immediately I was hooked. I thought to myself, this is going to replace Harry Potter in my Christmas lineup. This is going to be something that I will cherish for time and time again. But then we get to meet Billy Owens, and that just falls completely flat. He is probably one of the worst protagonists, almost an antagonist, because that's how I feel in my heart. He's one of the worst leads ever. I don't know how they got this child. Every other child must have just been fucking dead. He killed every other child around him to get this role because he just sounds like he's congested the whole movie and that he just really doesn't want to be there.
Let me guess. Birthday pizza? Why does that book say Owens on it? I don't know. I don't know. That's great, Professor. Maybe you can give me an example on Monday? Whatever.
Billy Owens, it starts on his birthday. He's turning 11 years old on November 11th, and it's just a lot of 11 stuff. I don't know what they were trying to do with that.
Billy was born on November 11th. So maybe turning 11 on the 11th day of the 11th month was just too many 11s for anyone to handle.
The last time I remember 11/11/11 was, I think, the release of Skyrim, and people were like coming their pants about that, so maybe Billy Owens came his pants too. I don't know.
Oh, brother.
We go to the school and we start off with like some really weird bantering, and like these kids are just being dickheads for no reason, which, you know, that happens in movies. But this one, this kid like has like a sneeze cough thing, but I think he says a word, I can't tell. And everyone just starts laughing hysterically. And the smart girl is meant to feel like a fucking idiot, I guess. I don't know. You know how in Harry Potter, it's like Hermione's like, oh, I'm gonna say a fact and you're wrong. And this one, it's just like, I'm just gonna say facts at you. It doesn't really have any context, anything.
Did you know that by the time you're 11, your motor skills are at their peak of development? Deja vu is the illusion of having already experienced something actually being experienced for the first time. Did you know that the chances of being born at the stroke of 11 on the 11th of November are 137 million to 1?
She's just gonna say facts autistically, and it makes our main group of characters look like a Down syndrome, like an after-school Down syndrome club. Is that rude to say? she keeps repeating herself and saying all these facts, and the way Billy's congested, and then there's like a random kid who's kind of fat, but he's not, but he has no personality at all. They're terrible. As soon as the kids start getting bullied in the film, I like cheer, because I'm like, these kids are terrible. They fucking deserve it. They're the worst. Victor in the boat, remember the guy who got attacked by a PS1 dragon that we have no idea what happened? He's like the teacher. It's very obvious. He's wearing the exact same colors as before, but it's just touching a lot of kids. That's like one thing in this movie I don't know if the director really intentionally meant to do, but the whole movie just feels like it is littered with pedophiles.
It is a pleasure.
You're just like, this is gonna turn somewhere very fast.
Someone turning 11?
We're going down a very rocky road. And not the fun ice cream kind. The kind where I'm not gonna get into that. This week's video is sponsored by Exter. Do you get picked on at school or maybe other facets of your life? Well, it could be because of your wallet. Old bifold wallets are a thing of the past. They're clumsy, they're bulky, and when you sit on them all day, ooh, the back pain. That's why I use Exter. The Exter wallet holds your cash in up to 12 cards in a sleek, modern design. It's got high-quality materials like Italian leather and space-grade aluminum. God damn. It even has a tracking device powered by the fucking sun. And if you're like me and losing things throughout the house, then the tracker comes in handy. Exter is the last wallet you'll ever buy. I swear to fucking God. Until November 27th, take advantage of Exter's Black Friday sale and get 20% off your order. If you spend over $200, you'll get 30% off, plus a free cash clip. If you put in promo code PAPAMeat at checkout, you'll get an additional 5% off your purchase and a little thank you from me. Take advantage of these offers, and when you get your Exter in the mail, send me a video of you throwing your old wallet in the trash. Thank you, Exter, for sponsoring this video, and back to the video.
Yeah, Kurt's gonna kill you.
Basically, you know, there's all sorts of, you know, this ragtag team of kids, but what you know, Billy knocks his volcano into the kid's face.
Oh, frick! Run!
And then this incredibly obese child is chasing Billy, who's like the scrawny little rat, as if like the fat kid's gonna catch up. And you can definitely tell they're like, you only have to run 6 feet and then we'll give you a break and you can just rest for a while. So they go and they're running, and they run for so long, but it's like they're on school campus and then they immediately go into an industrial district, and you're like, why are those two so close? Hey Bob, let's build the school right by the fucking radiation, like the giant, uranium factory here in Canada. It's a very long, drawn-out chase sequence. The only thing that's fun about it is that you definitely know that this is a long shoot. This was a day shoot for the obese child. There's no way that kid was just like, you know, we're gonna bust this out in 20 minutes. No, they had to like, this was a full 8 to 10 hour shoot for just having this little fat kid run around. But all of a sudden, Billy turns up inside the town and he like goes inside of an antique shop. And that's where we get to meet Roddy Piper, the pedophile, the chain-smoking pedophile, basically.
I trust that you're finding everything you need.
But Roddy Piper comes out, and yes, he's like Hagrid, Dumbledore, and Sirius Black all combined. Basically, this is where we get to do the parallel of Harry Potter getting his wand for the first time. So you know all the fun stuff in Harry Potter, where it's like, oh, we find out who Harry is, you sympathize with him, and we get to join in this magical adventure together. We basically just get to see Billy Owens get chased by a bully, and then he gets to see magic in an antique shop, which, once again, it sounds like a sexually repressed memory. It doesn't sound real. That's where I learned magic from that guy who owned the antique store. But yeah, he just immediately gets his wand. He's just, it's like really weird, and then he teaches him some spells. Oh yeah, and the magic word is please.
Abracadabra! Alakazam! Please!
The magic word really is please.
And we go back, and Billy is with his friend who's just... God, I just want to say he's ridiculous. I mean, he literally is. Him and his buddy are at Billy's party, but it's just in his bedroom. And they're like playing in the bedroom and doing magic. And the friend like kind of autistically freaks out and he like throws himself on the floor. And then Billy's mom and dad walk in and they're like, hey, it's time to blow out your candles. And you would assume that the next part is, oh, they're going to go into the kitchen or the dining room, turn off the lights and have a cute moment. No, the kids start kind of just picking up the room, and they clear off the bed, and the parents bring a fully lit candled cake and put it on Billy's bed. Why? Basically, the kids are like, how'd you learn that? And he takes him back to the antique store. Roddy Piper, of course, is sitting there, and he teaches all the kids magic, but it's like a weird montage of them just standing in a circle and kind of just blowing in each other's faces, or like making weird faces, like, and they just like distort it with effects afterwards. And once again, I hate to say this, I'm not getting joy out of saying this, but it once again just feels like a collective, like, suppressed memory of something else that happened. Like, I don't think that's what really happened in the store with Roddy Piper, but it's magical.
Mandy, it is a pleasure.
It's magic. So basically, we find out that Billy is like, he's a special fucking wizard thing or something like that. Much like Harry Potter, but you're just kind of like, why Billy? Who cares? Like, there's nothing that justifies Billy being special, but, here we are. Like, that's how it feels the whole movie. I'm just like, okay, I guess. They like get in their mind that they need to go to the library and research some more shit. And then there's like a big fat guy, and it's supposed to be funny, I think, but he just looks like Chris Farley in that whole, like, I live in a van down by a river. And it's just him kind of like sneaking around. And I think it's supposed to be funny, but it's just like a fat guy who once again kind of comes across like a pedophile. But they're sneaking around, but wouldn't you know, the fat bully kid who was running earlier that had to take weeks off of shoot because he was exhausted comes back in the film, and he's with Victor, that teacher who was like touching the kids before, and he was the guy who got attacked by the PS1 dragon. Victor! No! He's standing there once again, coming off like a pedophile in the red light.
You keep your hands to yourself, Mr. Squeamies.
But they're all looking for this map now, or the Codex. And this teacher, this like ancient wizard, just has the fat bully kid as like his henchman, which is, just think about that. Like, how did he recruit this kid? That's just what I was confused on. And of all the kids in the school, why the fattest possible child? Which once again just makes me think that the director is just like, what's really evil and funny is fat people. Ooh, scary. And you find out that Victor and Dumbledore, Roddy Piper, don't agree, and you get like one of the most amusing flashbacks ever in a movie. It's just them battling, but Roddy Piper is just like, ah! And you can tell it's like all green screen. So they're like, so if you're looking at the paper flying around, it gets stuck to the flat green screen wall. It's just a beautiful, beautiful mess, and goddamn it, it's so good.
Hope shall be. I will destroy anyone and anything that comes in my way. Can't stand the light.
Just to keep moving this along, the library gets broken into, the Codex is gone, and then a fire starts, and Roddy Piper basically fucking dies, except Billy Owens saves him somehow. Billy Owens goes into PS1 fire to save Roddy Piper.
Get up! This pawn shop is gonna go up in flames, and I'm not letting you die here! Get up, you old man!
But like after the part where the store is burning and Roddy Piper is like dying, we go back and there's no burn marks on the store. We're just back in the pawn shop and it's just fine. Like there's no burn marks or anything.
Now that's spring cleaning.
And I was like, oh, is this like a weird time jump? But no, it's just like the next day. The kids are there and they're looking for Roddy Piper, who just has a cane, even though he was like burnt up and he was in a fire and he just has a cane. And Billy's parents come in and they know that he has magic. And apparently, like, remember all the 11 stuff from earlier that like gives him a short window of time to get a key. And they keep talking about a lake or like a river or something. And they have to defeat something, which I assume is the PS1 dragon. I hope you're keeping up. If you're not catching up, then here's another clip.
This town will die.
The gang teleports and they talk to a goblin with like a spirit Halloween costume.
He's a troll.
It's one of those things where it's like, if you don't have a big budget, why put the goblin in? Why not just have it be like just a regular guy in the woods that can be like maybe a homeless guy? Who knows? Just fucking a guy. But no, it's a goblin, and it's just like he's talking, but the mouth isn't moving. It's kind of one of those prosthetics, and you're like, oh boy. Whoa.
Come closer.
I am so out of here. I do believe it spooks.
And also, it just makes me feel bad because I'm like, Roddy Piper, what happened? What the hell happened, bro? And Victor and them find them.
Hey, punk, come out, wherever you are.
And they have like another chase sequence after they're running from Victor and his fat goon who's like barely able to keep up because he's so fat. They end up in a cave.
Do we have to go in there?
It's kind of like at the end of like Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone when they like go past Cerberus and they're like in that area where it's like they have all their trials, right? This is the time that we've been with these people the whole time, but this is the time where they're going to be heroes.
We've gone as far as we can. So now it's time.
Time for what?
To be heroes.
This is like they solve a puzzle in 5 seconds.
I'm good at puzzles.
Then they immediately meet like a frost demon or like a zombie and they fucking kill it. And then the dragon appears, that PS1 dragon from way early before. Remember when I was talking about that? Victor! No! He appears and they kill it immediately. And you don't really know that they kill it. They just kind of, like some magic happens and kills, I don't know. The scene ends.
Can't hold him back!
Billy, hold on!
Class dismissed.
Now we're back home and everybody's celebrating, so you just assume that they won. The day is saved, basically. I think a bird drops off a map, and I think it's trying to do sequel bait, and I'm almost positive they actually made a sequel to this movie called Billy Owens and the Secret Runes, so I don't know. All I know is this season, I can't wait to snuggle up when it's snowing outside and put on the mystical adventures of Billy Owens, because I'll tell you something, it's just really, really funny. I had a lot of fun watching it. Also, I watched it with my Twitch chat, and I was drunk at like 10 a.m. watching it because I was fixated on this movie. It was unbelievable. I'd recommend this movie if you're just like, you want to have a bunch of drinks, get shit-faced. If you're of age, and you're like, yeah, I like Harry Potter, but, fuck Harry Potter. We've all seen that a billion times. I'm all about my boy Billy Owens, who's terrible. It's like, what's sad is that I wish the movie was just called Roddy Piper Needs a Paycheck, or like, what happened to Roddy Piper, because he carries this movie. Everything that in this movie where if you laugh or if you're moved in any kind of way, it's because Roddy Piper is screaming at children, and it's pretty funny. Victor! No! Mystical Adventures of Billy Owens. I give it a I'm not even going to rate it. I was going to rate it. I don't know. It's free on YouTube. Just watch it. Maybe we'll put the link in the fucking description or something like that. No, I'm not going to do that. Just type in Mystical Adventures. I'm talking too much. I'm done, dude.
You will not succeed, Victor. Your soul was lost in the river!
Hope shall be. I will destroy anyone and anything that comes in my way.